Welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you for watching this video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to deal with toxic or difficult people. I classify them together because toxic people seems difficult to me. Now, get a cool seat and a drink or a popcorn and get ready to listen to this wonderful video. Now, let's get started. Are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Just like you're ready. I'll be talking about difficult people in this video. So, come with me. Let's get started. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video. In this video, I'll be talking about how to deal with difficult people. Yeah, there are a lot of people we've encountered in our life in one time or the other. These people are difficult, and some of them are toxic. It might be in our day-to-day activities, in our relationships. A lot of us are in one relationship, and the relationship seems to be toxic. And at times you feel like you'll be like, oh God, what is happening? What's happening to me? In this video, I'm going to explain some tips and what you can do in such situation. How to walk away from a toxic situation, how to walk away from a toxic event, how to walk away from a toxic situation or a difficult situation. What are the things that you can do? Who are these type of people that are toxic, or who are these type of people that are difficult? Most of them, we have one of them that we encounter one day or the other. Probably it might be in the market, or while driving, or on the road, or you're coming back from a journey, or you're going for a conference, or it might be in your workplace. I'm sure you have one person that seems very difficult, that want to try being difficult or want to try being toxic anytime he sees you or anytime he approach you. You know, this type of people, these people that we call that seems difficult to us. They try to destroy our life, or sometimes they ruin our spectrum. They frustrate us, or they frustrate anything you try to do. They try to frustrate all your efforts. They also try to operate in your territory. When you are doing something good, they are not happy. When you are achieving something good, they try to destroy what is happening. Now, this type of people also, they seem to rob you of your potential. Yeah, most of them, they know that you have a lot of potentials and you have a lot of abilities. They will just try and say, oh, now I'm going to rob this person of their potential. This type of person, they always look for the stars of another person and try to rob the person of that. Now, this person also, they are the type of person that will come to you and they will rob you of negativity. They will feed you with negativity, and they will also rob you and making it to affect your psychic. Now, for example, what I mean is, they would have given you a lot of information that, they turn your positive information, they turn into a negative information, and you start having a negative opinion or ulterior motive against another person. These are the type of people that they seem difficult and they can be toxic. Now, what are the ways in which how can we deal with this person? How can you deal with this person? How can we deal with this person? Now, the first one I'll be talking about is now, understand you can't stand. Admit you can't stand the way they speak to you. Yes, this type of people speak to you anyhow. Some of them shout, some of them scream when they are talking to you. Now, tell it to them, excuse me, why are you shouting? Excuse me, why are you screaming? Can you please talk in a respectful manner? Okay, you can also say, do not talk to me that way. Yeah. You know, some of them talk to you without respect. They don't talk to you anyhow. You say, excuse me, please do not talk to me in that way. Or by the time you get yourself, you can come back and talk to me. Also, how they look when they are toxic and aggressive. Sometimes this type of people that I'm talking, this type of people that are difficult, when they are aggressive, when they are toxic, they become so aggressive, they become so mean and stern. At this point, you can just tell it to the face, admit it to them. Excuse me, when you're ready to talk to me in a polite manner, can you please talk to me in that? Can you please talk to me later? So this is the first thing you can do. Now the other thing also is start speaking up. This type of people also, they always want to be with you and they keep coming to you. No, at this point you can be like, oh no, I'm not ready to speak with you now, I'm not ready to come and visit you now, I'm not ready, can you please, I have a lot of things to do. And they don't have right to know what to use your time for. There are some friends that monitor your life. They monitor what you use your time for, when you go out, when you come in. Tell them that you don't have the right to monitor my life. Now, okay, when you are in the situation that you are with them eventually, tell them that you have the things you have to do with your time. Yeah. Change the subject most time. Change the subject of probably you started discussing and the situation is getting out of hand and you started everyone is argument has started. Just try and change the situation, change the subject of what you're discussing about. That might also help. It's a way of dealing with toxic people. There are some people that when you start a little discussion, it's going to lead to argument, and before you know it, after the argument, they've started taking bottles or knife or anything. So at that point, change the subject of what you're talking about. Also, make a time boundary. Now, this is another one that Yoruba calls something like onkpelundoshe. Like when you become so used to the person, that is when the person will start insulting you. Now, take a time boundary with the individual. It's not every time you go to the person for something. You have to just make a boundary within you and the person. Don't be too close. Start setting your boundaries. Most times, limit the time, your time spent also. Then also, you don't need to explain what you do. You don't need to explain. You don't need to explain what you are doing with your time with them. Yeah, you don't need to. Also, the other thing you can also do is call a friend when you know that probably your manager or your co-worker is an aggressive person, is toxic, is difficult, and you want to have a conversation with a person. Call a friend, call a family, call a relative before and after you had a discussion with them. Yeah, that will also help you, because people can affect our way of life and this can affect our day-to-day activities. Most times when you have a discussion with an aggressive person or a toxic person, you're going to be down throughout the whole day. A lot of times you won't even be able to function well at work again. You won't be able to express your mind again. At this point, what you're supposed to do is to call a friend, to call your parents, call your mother, call anyone you can talk to and express your mind to. This is a very good tool in dealing with a difficult person. Now, remember, it is not about you. It is me or them. Now, what are you talking about? You saying, excuse me, can you please, I don't want to be in this situation. Can you walk away from this situation? In a situation where there's an aggressiveness or when the person is trying to be toxic through physically, the person can be toxic physically or toxic psychologically. Walk away from the scenario. A lot of time you can just walk away, and also you have to balance positivity with negativity. Most times what you do is when the difficult person or the toxic person is coming with a negative vibe, now you have to come with a positive vibe, because negative and negative can work together. It has to be positive and negative. When a positive pole comes with negative, it's going to balance. So most times don't fuel the fire. when you're in a difficult situation, or you're with a toxic situation is going on, don't fall the fire. Just what you have to do is just calm. Make sure you're able to calm the scene, or you're able to calm up what is happening. Now, the last point I'll be talking about is respect is reciprocal. When you respect yourself, when the person respects you, this is going to help a lot. Also, at the end of everything, you can now tell them, probably when they are calm, you can ask them, excuse me, please, why are you mean? Why are you overreacting? Why are you shouting? Can you be calm? You can actually also give them a mirror and let them look at themselves and see how they look like when they were shouting and when they were aggressive. These are just a little things. These are just tips you can do when you are in a difficult or in a toxic situation, or how to deal with difficult people. The major point I've talked about: just try and walk away. Counteract negativity with positivity. Don't be both negative. One person has to be negative. When one person is negative, the other person has to be positive. Walk away from the situation. Also, try and speak up. Don't also try and set time bound.